Today, I'll be going over the top 10 best loadouts and gunsmith class setups for Season 11 of Call of Duty Mobile. This list has my most used guns in the current season of Legendary Ranked, and I have been absolutely destroying the competition thus far. These ranked loadouts are incredibly deadly to use and should be illegal to use inside of the game. Let's also try to get 800 likes on today's video, and if you're new, finding me for the first time and you enjoy my content, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button like your life depends on it, because we are on the road to 5K subs. I will be doing a giveaway at that time, and in order to participate, make sure to join my Discord and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which will be linked down below in the description, as well as my comments section. All right, guys, so welcome back to another Call of Duty Mobile video, and I'm going to be going over the top 10 best loadouts in Season 11 of Call of Duty Mobile and what you guys need to use for Legendary Rank specifically. And I just want to say thank you for all of you who have been watching my videos, supporting the channel. If you're new, finding me for the first time, like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It would really help me out a lot. And this has been a highly requested video by a ton of you guys, and I was like, you know what, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and make this video so that I can move on and make the other videos. So kind of going over Season 11 has been a very interesting meta thus far. When we're talking about the meta overall in general, it's kind of a high fast-paced meta, meaning that most of the weapons that are used in ranked are high fire rate, pretty good damage, and pretty good mobility. So this meta is extremely fast-paced, and you kind of need to just sort of adapt. And yeah, so just going over sort of like the standard stuff. You guys already know what I rock with, in Legendary Ranked. It hasn't changed actually a whole lot. I like to use the katana as a secondary. I like to use the kinetic armor for my specialist, sticky grenade, trophy system. My score streaks are UAV, counter, and advanced, because I'm always trying to go for nukes in ranked games, because I feel like, it's a good way to challenge myself every time I enter a game. And then obviously for the perks, we're running lightweight, ghost, and hardline, so that way we're scoring the streaks. And also, I do have to say that this rank meta has been absolutely disastrous due to the persistence use with some of these weapons I'm about to share with you guys, and it's actually really annoying. I'm really hoping that Call of Duty Mobile next year will actually take advantage of the esports side of things and sort of implement a new banning system, so that way in ranked we can ban certain weapons, ban certain grenades, ban certain explosives, and just stuff like that, so that way it makes the game actually way more competitive to play, and it's also going to be more enjoyable to play, because you won't be dying to dumb things in the game. But moving on to the most important thing. So number one on top of this list is going to be the CBR4. The CBR4 is probably the best weapon inside the game. It's number one. I would rank it number one, and here's going to be the gunsmith build for it. So we're going to be rocking with the monolithic suppressor, the OWC laser tactical, the OWC laser marksman barrel, the stippled foregrip tape, and the rubberized grip tape. So yeah, moving on to the second loadout, of course, M13. M13, probably one of the best assault rifles in the game. Let's go ahead and show the gunsmith build for this. So it's kind of wonky. I get it. I probably are going to get some people in the comments saying, "Yo, Evader, why are you using a monolithic suppressor if the amazine or the magazine basically also makes it suppressed?" Well, it's because of the range, right? Like I get 81 range with this build, and I'm all about range. I'm the type of player who loves range, and especially with assault rifles, the fact that this has 81 range with this specific sort of customization is really good for me, and it matches my playstyle. And I honestly don't care, because I really like the range. So monolithic suppressor, RTC heavy long barrel, OWC laser tactical, the .300 RTC double stack 40 round mag, and the granulated grip tape. You can actually probably take off the monolithic suppressor and maybe put on like an underbarrel, or you can remove the ammunition and put on the the extended mag B, which is quite popular in ranked. So yeah, moving on to the third loadout, Type 25, no doubt the second best high fast paced or shooting assault rifle in the game. I love this gun. I think in Season 10 it was actually a very good weapon to use, regardless of that. So Type 25, let's go ahead and bring it up here. Monolithic suppressor, MIP extended light barrel, classic red dot sight, OWC laser tactical, 42 round fast reload. And keep in mind, guys, if you guys are thinking that some of these guns are kind of heavy and they're not as mobile as they should be, they are pretty mobile. If you're using lightweight, you have to be rocking some extended barrels that increase the range on some of these high fast fire weapons, because you're not going to be able to do anything if all you're going to be doing is fighting close range with assault rifles, because the whole point of assault rifles is sort of, be accelerant in that medium to long range gunfights. Now, I'm not saying, you don't need to take long range gunfights, like extremely long range. You just want to be able to give it a little bit of a boost with the monolithic and sort of these extended barrels, so that way you are able to turn on people who are shooting you from far range, and you just want to be able to have that ability to take down opponents at that longer range, But anyways, moving on to the fourth loadout, we're going to be rocking with the QXR. I actually just purchased the, obviously the Secret Santa skin when it just was re-released. Absolutely phenomenal skin. Definitely go ahead and get it. I would say that the QXR, I love playing with this weapon. Honestly, it's not that popular. It's really not that popular, actually, but I love pulling it out once in a while in ranked, especially when I'm playing on standoff and sort of these closer range maps like firing range. So yeah, I sort of have the diamond camo on it, kind of giving it this cool effect, which makes it look really, really cool. But anyways, monolithic suppressor, OWC marksman, enhanced bolt perk, MIP laser, 5MW, and the granular grip tape. I sort of changed the laser on this gun because the sprint of fire speed for the QXR, it's actually really bad. So if you're not using the MIP laser instead of OWC laser, you're going to be doing really well with this. I do like this build. It definitely gives a lot of versatility, and give it a try. Honestly, I think it's good to use off meta weapons because we have so many guns in the game and not many are being used. It's only like 3 guns that are being used in rank, and it's like really annoying. So definitely show some love to the other weapons that are not as usable, But moving on to loadout number 5. Obviously, got to rock with the Bison. Bison is just, honestly, ever since, like I said, COD Mobile, when they released this gun, very balanced weapon. Probably one of the most balanced weapons in the entire game. And so I absolutely love it. I have the legendary skin for it. And this is sort of my build now for it. Monolithic suppressor, OWC marksman, RTC steady stock, granular grip tape, OWC laser tactical. Absolutely fell in love with this build when I started using it. I do change the stocks kind of interchangeably here and there. I kind of switch between OWC skeleton or the steady stock, but I really, this is sort of like the general concept of the build. And yeah, one of the best SMGs COD Mobile has ever, introduced in the game, and I absolutely love using it. Make sure to use it. All right, moving on to loadout number 6. Well, I will say that the Holger is definitely still here to stay. It's probably the best LMG in the game, but I have tweaked it just a bit because as an LMG, it's not that usable because there are better weapons like the Type 25, like the M13, like the CBR4 that are just going to be faster at ADSing, faster at mobility. So in order to be able to compete against those type of weapons, you got to make it sort of an AR hybrid. And I found that this build for the Holger is probably one of the best. I think you guys are going to love using this build because if you're looking for sort of like that different uniqueness of an assault rifle, use the Holger, turn it into an assault rifle, and I think you're going to be much happier with its performance inside when you're playing against try-hard people because, obviously people do tons of crazy movements and stuff like that, so you're going to be able to basically, connect your shots a lot more, with a lot more accuracy because it gives it a bit of a more, accuracy-based, punch. So monolithic suppressor, classic red dot sight, obviously. If you have the legendary, the mythic version of the skin, you can replace the classic red dot sight with like a underbarrel or stock. I would recommend probably an underbarrel for the legendary. I mean, for the mythic, but OWC laser tactical, the Holger 26K double stack carbine mag, and the granular grip tape. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal gunsmith build. Make sure to give it a try, and you will not be disappointed. So moving on with loadout number 7. Razorback. And Razorback is a very interesting, okay? It's a very unique weapon inside the game, and it's one of those weapons where you can actually customize it to increase its rate of fire, which is why it's a lot better. And most people actually, debate putting the Peacekeeper or Razorback, and they're very similar guns, but I would have to give it to the Razorback. If you want to use like an ICR, Peacekeeper, M4 type weapon, use the Razorback. Honestly, it's a very nice blend between all 3 weapons, and it does very good against tryhard people in rank. You pull this out, your aim is really on point, you're just going to melt opponents really quickly, medium to close range. So let me go ahead and show you this build. Monolithic suppressor, OWC marksman, rapid fire, OWC laser tactical, extended mag. Like I said, a lot of these builds have this sort of marksman barrel, these extended, light barrels that increase the range, plus the monolithic. Monolithic suppressors are probably, in my opinion, the most valuable attachments inside the game, right? So, I mean, if we're talking about just overall playing the game in general, a lot of people have been now, switching over to the monolithic. If your build does not have a monolithic suppressor on it, it needs to have one. Honestly, going silent in this game is probably one of the best things you can do for yourself. And a lot of people ask me, yo, Evader, how can I improve my playstyle? How can I get better at playing Call of Duty Mobile? And like, why am I dying so much? Well, start by using a suppressor on your guns, because it's going to be a lot difficult for your opponents to figure out where you're at, where you're shooting them from. And that's what separates, a smart player from a dumb player, is that they know how to utilize their attachments on their guns and how their playstyle is. So this gun and this Gunsmith build won't let you down. Absolutely amazing. Try it out. All right, so moving on to loadout number 8. Ace Val. No surprise here. I think the Ace Val is here to stay in terms of, like I said, but it's really down on the list. But very good solid assault rifle for sure. And one of the benefits is that it's automatically suppressed. You don't have to put a suppressor on the gun, so that's really unique. So MIP 200mm mid-range barrel, OWC laser tactical, strike foregrip, large extended mag B, and granulated grip tape. You know the thing, and I love these camos. I know if you guys are getting annoyed, you guys, oh my god, Evader, you're using this tiger red camo. I'm kind of famous for using this camo. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, man, this guy loves this freaking camo, I absolutely do. Very clean camo. Matches my, character skin as well. So moving on to loadout number 9. Fennec. Surprisingly, the Fennec makes it on this list, and it's because of, very small range maps. You can really dominate with this weapon, sort of similar with the QXR, but I kind of like using the QXR more. But if you're wanting a, sort of much higher fire rate gun to use that's incredibly much more closer range, I would use the Fennec. And obviously the Fennec is not that bit of a used gun anymore. Honestly, it has fell off, in the last 3 seasons or so, but still good nonetheless. Let's go ahead and check out the Gunsmith build that I have for it. So monolithic suppressor, MIP extended light barrel, YCAM laser ranger, and extended mag A and stippled grip tape. So yeah, this is the build for that. Moving on to the last gun, of course, and this is actually surprising pick for the last one, but it's actually going to be the SKS. I think when it comes to certain marksman rifles, the SKS is really, it's really beating some sniper rifles in the game. Obviously, we've seen a lot of competitive players sort of try and, utilize this gun in the competitive setting and sort of, this is kind of how, the upbringing started for this weapon. We had a lot of players, and a famous one named Space, right? So he used this weapon in CODM champs and I believe in the playoffs as well, and really sort of made a name for himself by using this gun and actually, giving a name. And that's why we see a lot of people actually bringing it out on S&D. I see a lot of players using this in S&D specifically, including in respawns. But I mean, it's probably one of the most deadliest guns when it comes to the marksman category, and that's the reason why it makes it on the top 10. So moving on to the Gunsmith build, this is sort of what I like to use for it. I mean, granulated grip tape, extended mag A, OWC laser tactical, monolithic suppressor, MIP extended light barrel. You could probably replace the extended mag A with an underbarrel, so that way you can reduce some of that vertical recoil kick that it has. But other than that, this is a solid build. You can definitely take it, take it anywhere you want. You can replace the grip, you can replace the mag. I mean, you can do a lot of different things, but I'm not really an expert on marksman rifles. I sort of just build them to where I can just, really excel at the longer ranges. Cause when I'm, playing, I'm sort of that player that really likes to take advantage of, long range gunfights, but that's just me, of course. So, obviously nothing much to it. Obviously, these are going to be the top 10 loadouts for season 11 of Call of Duty Mobile. Let me know in the comments section down below which loadout was your favorite, which gun you are most excited to use for in this season. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching this video. If you made it towards the end, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. As always, like the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.